The navy blue and gold, and also the nicest helmet on that table by far. You know, I heard that it might be missing later on, but I don't know who is stolen that. It's just pointless. If you're not a Waipahu alum, why would you steal it, right?
Right.
Only because it's flawlessly designed and super cool.
It's a nice helmet.
It is a beautiful helmet. It's a 10 out of 10.
There you go. Thank you.
In the earlier days when Coach Sean was here, the attention was a lot on the offense, right? It was the spread. I think it was a spread option for but now it's like, yeah, of course, Waipahu does have incredible athletes as long as they feel like they have a purpose trying out. Because a lot of them who used to be like, nah.
Yeah, I think
you're recruiting your own campus so well.
Yeah, thank you. I think you know, the offense is great. I love the triple option, but again, it focused a lot on, you know, the H-back, the QB. And we got a lot of great receivers. We got guys that can catch the football. We got guys that can sling it around a little bit. And we're kind of utilizing that. And we got a bunch of guys that can play defense very, very well. I think we've always had, you know, pretty good defense, but seeing it all kind of come together, seeing our secondary being able to shut down the backfield kind of thing, it's really impressive to see.
I think the offense is fun, but I bet you if I polled coaches and our media guys, even though we don't know too much, I think at this point, any division, Waipahu's D might be top 5 or 6, possibly.
I agree.
Top 10, I don't think there's a real question, because that's what's gotten you guys to be consistent. So maybe we just do the interview now. Let's just go for it. The vibe at practice. Yesterday is Monday. It's just started. The week has just started. What's it like this year compared to last year?
Well, I think this year, you know, they know that it's their last week of practice, like legitimately. You know what I mean? I think when you go and you preach to them, you know, don't let this be your last. They know this is the last week of football. You know, for a lot of seniors, so they're coming out a lot hungry. You know, real hungry. For the last 2 weeks, we only work top half. We're not tackling. You know, we're just playing real thud tempo. And the whole reason behind that, we don't want to get guys injured. We already know what they can do. But yet the tenacity at practice, the attitude at practice, it's the intensity is there still. You know, even with the tempo, the kids are really, you know, excited for the game. They know that really, I don't think our school's won a team state championship, and they want to be the first. So,
really?
Yeah. I know we had, you know, a few kids in track win state championships, but as a team, I don't think I know of a state championship team. So I know they want to be the first.
Unless they go back to the old rural OIA days when Waipahu had like that 50-mile district line.
Yeah, you know? Right. Yeah, I'm talking HHSAA.
Yeah, but statewide, yeah, it's. I always wonder, right, with Waipahu, the turnout, the discipline, and you can only do so much. So probably this coming year, the AP situation will be much improved because guys are like, oh, I remember last season, for no reason at all other than not doing our job in the classroom, we had so many guys on AP. We don't want that anymore. And as you guys progress, the question will be, like I mentioned before to you, you know, one coach said, oh, I can see Waipahu moving up to Open one day. That's asking a lot because some of these schools in Open, they don't have district lines. They're a magnet for football athletes who happen to be studying hard. They want to go to college. But is that reasonable to say Waipahu could or should be in Open at some point?
I think at some point, yeah. I think we definitely have the athletes, and then the more success we find, I think you get a lot more interest throughout the student body. You know, we are the second largest school in the state, so I think once, and that's just, it's unfortunate that's the way it is, but you know, when teams are successful, you don't really want to call them bandwagon tryout guys, but it kind of works that way, you know what I mean? Once you find success, you know, they say, oh shoot, I want to try out for the football team. And you know, hopefully that ends up happening. You know, although we are second largest school, you know, we have a lot of students that are interested in other things as well, you know what I mean? I think our academic program is probably the best in all of public schools. We graduate a bunch of kids with their high school diploma. We graduate them with an associate's degree. I think there was 50 some odd kids last year. Hopefully we're looking to double that number this year. That's kind of unheard of, you know, and there's a lot of different things we're doing academic-wise with our school that Waipahu isn't that school anymore that had that reputation of the past where, you know, it wasn't necessarily the good school to go to. You know, a lot of our accolades with the academic side is great. We're starting to pick things up, you know, with the athletics. So, you know, hopefully we get more kids, you know, to stay, you know, to stay away from the private schools, stay at Waipahu, and you know, play for the Marauders.
Yeah. Well, the budget is there, I'm pretty sure, for maximum AP classes and activities that are outside the box. So that's good.
Yeah.
That's good for kids there. The 2 weeks that you guys have had away from the game field, nice to heal up.
Yeah.
What else have you picked up? I mean, there's extra video time or more like a little bit of rest time and then come back?
Yeah, I think the video time was the most important. It took us a while to get some film on them. You know, I told the kids right after the game, we're at a disadvantage. You know, we had the last 3 games on TV, easily able to just upload that stuff and, you know, watch us. For us, we knew nothing of what Hilo brought to the table until Sunday, Monday kind of thing, and then a little bit more on Tuesday. So it was good to kind of be able to get film, to be able to, you know, that's so important. You know, I tell everybody all the time, you know, a lot of people see the success right now. Not true. I mean, this is 4 years in the making. I've been here, let alone with this group. You know, they've been out here from January. That's the hard part, you know, coming out, lifting weights, running hills, running bleachers, you know, running 240s.
And it's November, so it's like almost Thanksgiving. That's like
yeah.
10 plus months.
Yeah, and it's cooler. It's, you know, it's not the hot sun in June. That's where all the success comes from. It's all of that work kind of thing. So, and you break that down into weeks kind of thing, you know, where the success on Saturday is not necessarily on the field. It's all the preparation we put into watching film, making sure we know their tendencies, making sure we know their best players, their best plays, you know, how to stop it and counter, and then being able to do it on Saturday night. But real important to, you know, be able to scout and do all that stuff and prepare.
Offensive line, defensive line, run off their names.
Offensive line, we got Xavier, who really leads the pack. He's played center for us last game, but he's a true guard. You know, whenever he pulls, you know, he's the kind of guy, when he knows he's pulling, he's like, yes. You know, he wants to make sure he does damage every time. You know, that's what you want out of your offensive line. We got Tim Ata at center. We got Tonga Kaufusi. We got Andre Hui Hui, and who's our last guy? What's the guy holding it down? Navy Allah. And on defense line, we got the 2 big guys in the middle, and they're all really good. We got, you know, 7 guys, 8 guys that are really good. But 2 guys in the middle, Gambino DeVoe, Kelly Barrett. They've been having a good year. Kelly, you know, he's making a name for himself, I think, this year. Our DNs, we got, let's see, Zachary Kamansi. He's real good, real fast. Kind of reminds me of like a Keke Podello kind of kid. You know, speedster, got a motor, and then
a left tackle's nightmare.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And then we got Dason Santana as well.
And then your backers?
Linebackers, we got Fiva Tulafale, Manuele Pulusila, and Luke Reyes.
Front 7.
Yeah.
One of the maybe top 6, top 5 in the state, maybe.
Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate your time again.
All right.
See you guys.